Good evening and welcome to the Flat Cat Fettler. Today I put a video on. I was fixing a truck, trailer actually, putting a new pump on a trailer, and one of my friends phoned me just before I started to make that video, and he says, "Oh," and basically as a skip company, and obviously deal with all kinds of stuff. They have council workers coming down, dropping shite off, house clearances and all that. And he says, "I've had a gun, an air rifle, basically a gun in a skip. If you want to come down, you can have it." Like, you know what I mean? Now it comes across these things all the time, and generally there's stuff like Chinese guns, and don't get me wrong, I'd take them all, but they're generally knackered, like fucked beyond even saving. You know, I mean, a B2. If you know what a B2 is, if you do shooting, you know what a B2 is. Amount of them that come in, but they're absolutely gone. They're too far gone to do anything with, and considering they're like £40 brand new, they're not worth saving. But this gun is. Now this gun that come in, it's an underlever, and it's a wire rack. And now they only did a couple of underlever wire racks, 3 actually, I think, from memory. And it's not a 97 and it's not a 77. It's a wire rack hw57, and this is it. Now it's in pretty rough shape. It's pretty rough, and this thing was glowing orange, completely orange it were. The stock underneath is rough. She is rough. You can see the pit in there, unfortunately. Now, seat solid this gun. This bit here is like a collar that you push down like that to break it. Once you've done that, then this bit pops up. I've never owned one of these guns. I've never seen one. I've never handled one. I know they exist, but it's been one of them guns where I've never thought I want to spend my hard-earned money on. If I were to get an underlever wire rack, it'd be a 97 or a 77. That's it for me. This gun is like I put it as a junior underlever air rifle. Now, I drowned it in WD-40 and left it for a couple of hours. And then the first try, it cocked, it worked, no problem whatsoever. And that's because it's a fucking wire rack. This thing will keep going for years. So I did that, cocked it back, and I thought we'll try a couple of pellets, shot a few pellets for it, got it going, got rid of some of that dieseling, and I thought we'll just run it over chrono. I run it over chrono, we're doing 10 foot-pound. Alright. Now, this thing has been found somewhere in a barn or in a shed, and it was absolutely orange everywhere. There's not much really area that it's not pitted on. Like I say, the stock is absolutely, it's all there. It's not dinged or anything. It's just that the varnish has gone. As you see, the pitting up here and that is quite severe. There's nothing I can do with that. Now this is, I'll tell you now, this is a later model, because on the block at the back, the trigger block I call it, that these unscrew off the back from about, let's see, where's the thing, from about here, it unscrews, I think, on this one. No, it don't. They pop out like an hw 95 at back. It pops off at back. But there's writing here, all our wire racks, none of them had any horrible, disgusting writing here that says warning, read instructions and all that bollocks. That to me is obviously EU shite, that. And there's no need to write that on a gun. It completely ruins it, especially a gun like an HW, you know, a wire rack. There's no need to have that on. Me new hw80 looks has that on it. Just, for me, it ruins it. Anyway, so I know it's the newer generation of, which, but saying that, new generation is still like 20 years old, easy. So what we're going to do with it, so I cocked it, this pops up, so I'll do it, and then I'll put a pellet in later, and as you cock it, pops up. You put your pellet in, it's in 2.2 this, put that in, safety works it back. Literally, all I did is drown it in WD-40, and as I pop this forward, once I've done that, I can put my pellet in, push that down, and then I put safe to catch, and that, then you can fire it. Now my son Jesse, who's 14, he's been on like a SMK, I don't know what it is, a black one I got on that bundle that I got on my last video with the BSA on and stuff like that. He's been using that black rifle. I forgot what it's called. Someone told me. It's some kind of ting tong Chinese rifle. He's been using that, but he loves my hw 80 and the wood stock. You know, he's a proper lad. He likes a wood stock or wood furniture. He wants a traditional rifle. As soon as he's seen this today, he went, I want it. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to give it a refurb. I'm going to strip it down, clean it all. The metal of it, unfortunately, I just can't see how that's going to be reblued. I can feel it. It just feels so deep. There's that pitting. I'll see. We'll sand it and see if we can get it down enough that it's never going to be mint, and it's not worth being mint because I don't think these are an extremely expensive rifle. But if we can get it polished down enough to accept just a cold blue, and I think that'll do. You know what I mean? And then the stock will more likely sand down and sort it all out and varnish it and stuff. But yeah, it's all right for nothing, isn't it? I think it's nice. I like it. You know what I mean? It's I was pretty sure it was an hw57, but as soon as I seen that back trigger block and that trigger and this screw, that screw there, as soon as I seen that and that, I went, and it was orange, this thing, completely orange. And like I say, I've used like Scotch Brite to get it down, to have a look at some numbers, some serial numbers, and to just identify it. And I thought, I'm pretty sure that's an hw57. I've never seen one. And sure enough, it is. It's got it stamped up here, hw57. You will not be able to see it. It's literally, it's like there, pitted, is hw57. Here is the serial number. I cannot find a thing on the barrel that says Hull cartridge. I just can't see it a minute. Maybe when I start sanding a bit more, I might be able to see it. But it, it has, like I say, it has this writing, this warning writing down there. You got your 3 arrestor block holes. Everything screams, you know. Without even seeing that HW there. As soon as I seen this part of the rifle, I thought that's a wire rack straight away. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do, I know I've been meaning to make a video of all these other guns, but it's just, I bought a load of parts for the other ones, but it's just trying to compile it all together to actually make a full video where I can do a start and a finish. But with this, it's going to be a simple sand down, sand the stock down, clean it all up, either re-blue or if I have to, paint, and then sand the stock down and do a varnish, you know, a stain and a varnish, or just a you know, like an oil stain, like, you know what I mean, bang a scope on it, and like I say, my son wants it. So let me know what you think about it, peeps. You know what I mean? I've never seen one. I've never had one. It's obviously being a wire rack, it's a really well made thing, but it strips down, looking at the bag, exactly like a hw95, exactly like one. So I think there's like a pin, and then the back block of it then comes out, whereas on an hw80 and a 77 and a 97, from here just unscrews out, which I wish that's what it was. Yeah, so keep tuned. this is going to make an appearance very, very shortly on the channel, because my son is absolutely dying to see this. And then we're going to do some accuracy tests, and we're going to take it out and do a bit of shooting with it and see where we go. We're going to do some before and after as well. So anyway, I'll see there.